at this time, as we honor America and all those who served our great nation, we ask you to please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon, everyone, or actually good morning for about 2.5 more minutes. This is Brian Melblom, broadcasting live from Valley Glen on the beautiful campus of LA Valley College. It's the Monarchs hosting the West LA Wildcats in a Western State Conference South Division matchup. Taking the field right now for the Monarchs in the outfield trio left to right, we have Aguilar, Marine, and Knezovic. Around the bases, Jamian at first, Machuca at second, Chaidez at third, Chavez at shortstop, Owen Klinger doing the catching, and on the hill for the Monarchs, number 13, Sebastian Zepeda getting the start. We'll get their batting order once we hit the bottom half of the inning. But first for West LA Wildcats, we'll have shortstop Robert Draper leading off, followed by the left fielder Brandon Brown and first baseman Danny Rodriguez. Right fielder Jihad Hoffman in the cleanup spot, followed by second baseman Joshua Carrillo and Jacob Weiner, the DH. Bottom of the order, 7 through 9, that's center fielder Desmond Gates, third baseman Robert Landry, and the catcher Colby Katayama rounding off the Wildcats order. Garrett Boyce will be getting the start for the West LA pitching staff. Just about underway. It's going to be an interesting day for me. This is, again, Brian Melblom, acting sports information director and liaison between athletics and the broadcast department over here. Being spring break, we're kind of on a skeleton crew. I'll actually be doubling the broadcast and the PA announcing. So I'll do my best to make sure I turn the right mic on at the right time. And here we go. And here we go. First pitch right at 12 noon. Zepeda missing down low for ball one. Missing the strike zone once again. It's a 2-0 count for Robert Draper. He's batting .323 on the season. 2 doubles, 8 RBIs, the rest singles. Drawn 6 walks. Here's a 2-1 pitch coming. Zepeda misses the strike zone just outside. And a comfortable 3-1 count now to Draper. The 3-1 swung on, driven into the infield just to the left of Giovanni Chaidez, who scoops it up and cleanly tosses it over to Jamian for the first out.
Batting second, left fielder number 22, Brandon Brown.
Brandon Brown stepping in now. Brown batting .357 in 84 at bats. 10 doubles, 3 triples, and a homer. This one grounded to Jamian, who tosses it over to Zepeda on the run, getting the 3-1 ground out. First baseman to pitcher stepping on the bag. And the Wildcats' second batter is retired in order.
Batting third, first baseman, number 23, Danny Rodriguez.
That'll bring up Danny Rodriguez in the 3-hole, batting .296 this year. 1 homer, 1 triple, 3 doubles, .444 slug percentage. Swings at the first pitch, lined over to Olman Chavez, who grabs it easily. And a great 1-2-3 inning to start the day off for LA Valley College. Now setting the West LA defense, the outfield trio from left to right. Brandon Brown, Desmond Gates, and Jihad Hoffman from left to right. Around the bases is Rodriguez at first, Carrillo at second, Landry at third, Draper at shortstop, Katayama behind the dish, and Boyce on the bump. The catcher and pitcher duo, of course. The batting order for the Monarchs will be as follows. We're starting off with Jerry Aguilar, Olman Chavez, and Jason Ajamian. Brett Marine batting cleanup. Gideon Ellis, the DH, designated hitter today. Steven Knezevich batting sixth. And the bottom of the order will be Giovanni Chaidez, Matt Machuca, and Owen Klinger. Both teams batting their catchers in the 9-hole today. Well, great start so far for the Monarchs. Let's see if Aguilar, Chavez, and Jamian can put some runs on the board early. Team records, by the way, West LA coming into today, 10 wins, 16 losses overall. 4-1 on the road. 4-11 on the road, 5-9 in conference play. Monarchs, 10 wins, 20 losses, 7 wins and 8 losses at home, 6-8 in the Western State Conference South Division.
Leading off the offense for the Monarchs, left fielder number 30, Jerry Aguilar.
Jerry Aguilar steps in as we begin the bottom half of the first inning. Aguilar batting .333 on the season at 99 at-bats, .566 slugging, 27 RBIs, second in the team in that stat category. And he looks at ball one. Pitchers tossing a ball at the beginning of their efforts today. Looks at strike two to even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Curling back in toward the strike zone, but way up high. Aguilar actually ducking down to avoid it. And gets ahead in the count, 2-1. He looks at strike two, just getting the outside corner. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Down and away. And the count runs full. Alternating balls and strikes on this at bat. 6th pitch of the plate appearance coming up. Just missing the strike zone outside. Jerry Aguilar walks to first.
Batting second, shortstop, number 3, Olman Chavez.
Olman Chavez stepping up. Nobody out. 1 on base. That's Jerry Aguilar taking the base on balls in 6 pitches. Chavez batting just .253 on the season. .75 at bats, 19 of those for hits. He's scored 12 times. He took ball 1 and looked at strike 1 right down the middle on the low side. Once again, count even, 1-1. 1-1 pitch showing bunt, tipped foul over back behind him to the backstop. And he falls behind 1-2. This is a 1-2 pitch. Runner goes, and it's lined over into right field. Slowly, he boots it though. Hoffman reaching down to grab the ball, just got underneath his glove. I don't know that you can call an error there. It looks like Chavez was already on his way to third. I'll discuss with my colleagues in the score booth in a moment.
Batting third, first baseman, number 4, Jason Ajamian.
Consensus in the score booth was a straight hit for that last one. First pitch goes right off of the shin guard of Jason Ajamian. Slow to leave the batter's box. Eventually picking up his pace and heading to first base. West LA have yet to retire a batter, and the bases are loaded for the cleanup hitter, Brett Marine. So Aguilar walked. Chavez singled up the right side, advancing Aguilar to third. And then Ajamian gets hit by the first pitch he saw. Getting checked out by the training staff. While West LA have a meeting on the mound to discuss how to approach this 3-on, nobody out in the bottom of the first inning situation. Just 1 hit resulting in a base runner. Once again, 3-on, nobody out. Brett Marine stepping in. Batting cleanup today's .214 batting average, .311 slugging. That's through 100 at bats. He's homered once, tripled twice, doubled thrice, and has 22 hits to his name. One 0 pitch made its way through the strike zone, and count even for Brett Marine, 1-1. 1-1 pitch right down the middle, dropping a bit. Boyce getting ahead of Marine. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Line to short. This might be a double play, and it is. That was just ripped right into the glove of Draper, who tossed it to Landry and got Jerry Aguilar taking a bit much of a lead on the tag-up rule. So an L6 and 6-5 double play.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 5, Gideon Ellis.
Unfortunate turn of events there for the Monarchs. They still have a runner in scoring position. First pitch to Ellis was well inside. Stepping out of the way. Gideon Ellis batting .302 on the season. 53 at-bats. 16 hits, 15 runs scored in all his efforts. .424 on base percentage. He gets ahead in the count early, 2-0. Takes ball 3 high and outside. Monarchs on the verge of loading the bases again, unless Boyce can find a strike zone. Here's the 3-0. Right down the middle. Ellis clutching for a second, decided not to swing. But when you're up 3-0, you can pick your pitch. And he did just that. Still a comfortable 3-1 count. Three-one pitch right down the middle. And the count runs full, 2 outs. Another six pitch at bat coming from Boyce. Payoff pitch fouled away toward the third base line. There's another 3-2 pitch on the way from Boyce. Delivers. Swung on, fouled high over the Monarchs dugout on the first base side. No car alarms heard, so it seems everyone wisely parking far away from the screen. Pitch number 8 to Ellis coming up. Another 3-2. Swung on, hit high and towards shallow center field, a little off to the right. Running under it was Gates, and he easily grabs it for out number 3. The Monarchs failed to bring anybody home after the bases were loaded. We head to the top of the second inning. Still tied 0-0. Due up in the top of the second inning, Jihad Hoffman, Joshua Carrillo, and Jacob Weiner, the heart of the West LA order.
Leading off the top of the second, batting fourth, right fielder number 17, Jihad Hoffman.
Hoffman steps in for the first time today. Through 66 at bats, he's batting 182, 303 slugging, 276 on base. First pitch, missing everyone. 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This time, just catching the inside edge of the strike zone, about chest high for Hoffman, and it counts even at 1-1. Zepeda just missing the strike zone there. 2-1 count. Misses again. It's a 3-1 count. By the way, for the pitching stats, Sebastian Zepeda has a 7.29 ERA, 0-2 record in 12 appearances. This is just his second start of the year. 1 save, 21 total innings pitched. He works his way back to a full count. Payoff pitch, down low and inside. Maybe not that far inside, but definitely over by Hoffman's shins, and he walks over to first.
Batting fifth, second baseman, number 33, Joshua Carrillo.
First base runner today for the West LA Wildcats. Called strike against Carrillo. Carrillo batting .315 through 54 at bats. Pickoff attempt. Keeps Jihad Hoffman honest. He slides back into first base. Where was I? Carrillo batting .315. 352 slugging, 373 on base percentage. Swings and misses and falls behind 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Zepeda out of the stretch, decides to go back to first. Here's the 2-0. Swung on, hit toward right center field on the shallow side. Running under it, Steven Knezovich easily making the grab. And Hoffman retreats to first base.
Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 37, Jacob Weiner.
Jacob Weiner stepping in. 304 batting average. 5 runs scored. That's 46 at bats. 413 slugging, 396 on base percentage. 5 RBIs. He's got 4 extra base hits, 3 doubles, 1 triple. Takes ball 1, another 1-0 count. This one well inside, just missing his elbow. He enjoys a comfortable 2-0 count. A lot of batter-friendly batters counts we've seen for both teams today. Batters wisely not swinging at the pitches that are just missing the strike zone. Here's a 3-0. Well, it would have been a 3-0 to Weiner, but another pickoff attempt by Zepeda. Here's the 3-0. Missing just high right over the center of the plate. And another walk sends Weiner to first and Hoffman to second.
Batting seventh, center fielder, number 8, Desmond Gates.
Brief meeting at the mound. Owen Klinger having a word with Sebastian Zepeda after the 4-pitch walk. This is the first time we're seeing Desmond Gates for the Wildcats. And he's batting in the 7 hole. Looks at a pitch down over by his ankles. Klinger keeps it in front of him. Gates batting .229, 70 at bats, 16 hits, 4 for extra bases. That's 3 doubles and a triple, I should say. 11 RBI and 9 runs of his own scored. This time Zepeda missing inside. And another 2-0 count. Time called, and Dave Malice, Monarchs head coach, is going to head out to the mound. 6 consecutive balls thrown by Zepeda. Just his last 2 especially, just having trouble with control. Zepeda, that's his 14th and 15th walk on the season. He has 15 strikeouts. Batting average against is .306 coming into today. Plate umpire breaks up the meeting, and we'll resume play in just a moment. Again, the center fielder, Desmond Gates, batting in the 7 hole, enjoying a 2-0 count. Still scoreless in the second inning. Sorry, I haven't updated anybody if you're just joining us a little later on. We don't have the manpower at this point. We do have the resources for a scoreboard overlay. We're scoreless in the top of the second inning. West LA in town. Well, it's the same town, I think. Up from the west side to play us here in Valley Glen. Desmond Gates, 3-0 count now. 7th consecutive ball thrown by Zepeda. There's a strike. Just catching the inside edge of the strike zone. Gates can afford to be discerning about what he swings at when you're up 3-0. Two on, make that 3 on. 1 out, excuse me. Top of the second inning. 3 walks this inning. Load the bases for the Wildcats.
Batting 8th, third baseman, number 12, Robert Landry.
Robert Landry steps in the 8 hole. Batting .259, just 27 at-bats. He's scored 5 times, has 7 hits, 2 doubles, 5 RBI. He takes ball one a little on the inside. Bases loaded, 1 out, no score yet. Still no hits for West LA. All 3 of those base runners coming from walks. 1-0 pitch, just missing on the outside. Zepeda delivers, finally hitting the strike zone for just the second time in about 11 pitches. 2-1 pitch with the bases loaded. Swung on, fouled toward the backstop, and the count is even 2-2. Zepeda out of the stretch, delivers a 2-2. Just missing on the outside, maybe a bit low. In any case, it's another full count. There's the 3-2. Well inside, almost hitting Landry. Either way, he heads to first base, and the first run of the day goes to the Wildcats. 4 walks this inning.
Catcher, number 6,
So Landry gets an RBI for his walk. And West LA are on the board, 1-0. Still just 1 out and 3 runners on all the bases. 1 on each of the bases, I suppose. Colby Katayama, the catcher, batting last for West LA. Batting .343 on the season. He drills one over to second base. Scoring on the fielder's choice from third base was Jacob Weiner. Desmond Gates gets thrown out. Katayama safe at first on the fielder's choice.
shortstop, Robert Draper.
The first hit of the no, it's not a hit, rather it's a fielder's choice. So still 2 runs on no hits. Draper swings at the first one, just pops up over Zepeda's head. No run will score from it. Chavez charging in, tosses it to a Jamian, and the Monarchs escape any further damage, but not before 2 runs on no hits. Sends us to the bottom of the second. West LA lead 2-0.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Monarchs, right fielder number 44, Steven Knezovic.
Beg your pardon for the delay on getting back because I'm just catching up on my scorebook notes here. Steven Knezovic leading off the bottom of the second. Will be followed by Giovanni Chaidez and Matt Machuca, 6, 7, 8 in the Monarchs lineup. Already down 0-2 in the count. Knezovic checks but does not swing. Gets a ball out of it. He's batting .279, Knezovic. .419 slugging, .347 on base percentage. Has a triple and 4 doubles. This pitch missing everything, hitting the backstop right in front of us. One ball, 2 strikes. And by the way, for Garrett Boyce, this is his 9th appearance. He has a 3-win, 5-loss record. All of his appearances starts. That's his 9th start as well. 33 innings and 2 outs pitched. 33.2 or 33 2/3 if you prefer it that way. Batting average against is .248. 24 strikeouts, 35 walks. Has not allowed a homer all season. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and down goes Knezovic.
Batting 7th, third baseman, number 8, Giovanni Chaidez.
Up comes Giovanni Chaidez for the Monarchs. Batting .227 on the season. .295 slugging, .333 on base percentage. Looks at strike one, right down the middle, coming a little bit inside. 88 at bats, 20 hits for Chaidez. Scored 16 times, and he's driven in 14 runs. Looks at strike two. Swings at the next one. It's hit shallow right field. Diving for it, unable to make the grab was Hoffman. The Chaidez is aboard with the single just to the right spot in right field.
Batting 8th, second baseman, number 22, Matt Machuca.
Matt Machuca playing second base today, batting 8th right now. Batting 200. That's 60 at-bats, 12 hits. 1 double, 2 triples, though. 283 slugging, 400 on base. Takes 2 straight balls to open up his plate appearance here. Bottom of the second, 2-0 West LA, 1 out, 1 on base. Speaking of that, that's Giovanni Chaidez who retreats to the bag after the pickoff attempt by Boyce to Rodriguez. Still 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. right down the middle for a strike. Boyce out of the stretch, tosses one just a little bit inside. And a cozy 3-1 count for Matt Machuca. The 3-1 well outside. And Machuca will head to first, sending Giovanni Chaidez over to second.
Batting ninth, catcher number 15, Owen Klinger.
Two on, one out. Monarchs down by 2 in the bottom of the second. Owen Klinger stepping in for the first time today, batting ninth for the Monarchs. He's batting .224 on the season with his 49 at-bats, has 11 hits. But he's scored 14 times. Also has 5 RBI. Just .224 slugging, as there's no extra bases to his name. .441 on base percentage, however. Walking 14 times, getting plunked 5 as well. Count evens up 1-1. Here's the 1-1 showing bunt. Perfectly placed just over along the third base line. And the throw is wild. Boyce threw it over beyond the first base bag. It's going to score at least 2 runs. Oh, Klinger gets caught trying to go to third. Easily put out. But 2 RBIs to his name for that effort. And it's a tie ball game, 2-2.
Left fielder number 30, Jerry Aguilar.
Beg your pardon for the delay. We're discussing everything in the booth here. So the official decision there. We credit a hit to Klinger. He advances. Everyone advances on the throwing error by Boyce, the pitcher. The error advanced everyone, and then Owen thrown out at third. As Aguilar drives one into shallow right center, he's on base for the second time today.
Shortstop number 3, Olman Chavez.
Let's go, OC. Keep it going.
2-2. We're tied in the second. 2 out. And number 3, Olman Chavez stepping in. This wild pitch will send Jerry Aguilar to second base. Actually, I wasn't sure, but my colleagues in the booth did confirm there was a bit of catcher's mitt on that ball. So we'll call it a passed ball, moving Aguilar to second. Chavez singled in the first, but was stranded. Has a 1-1 count as he takes strike one. Aguilar taking a bit of a lead off of the second base bag. Boyce looking back there briefly, pitches and misses the strike zone. Chavez up 2-1 in the count. Katayama heads over to the hill, talk to Boyce for a minute. Both teams putting up 2 runs. The Monarchs' case, 2 runs so far here in the second. 4 hits for the Monarchs and the error by West LA advancing them further. Bunt dropped over toward the pitchers. That same throw. This time he makes it cleanly. Boyce over to Rodriguez. And the second inning is over. Both teams putting up a pair of runs. We head to the third inning. It's 2-2.
Leading off the top of the third for West LA, left fielder Brandon Brown.
Top of the third inning, we're tied 2-2. West LA now batting. Brandon Brown stepping in. Brandon Brown, 0 for 1 so far. Grounded out toward first base, and Jamian tossed it over to Zepeda on the 3-1 ground out. Count even 1-1 to Brown. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and driven into right field over the head of Matt Machuca, over a Jamian. Knezevich scoops it up cleanly, and another leadoff runner aboard for West LA. Brandon Brown with the single.
First baseman Danny Rodriguez.
D-Rod, Danny Rodriguez stepping in. I just had to. It's too easy. Hard line drive to shortstop to end the 1-2-3 first inning for the Wildcats. Hasn't seen a pitch yet, though, as Brandon Brown forced back to first base on the pickoff attempt. Sebastian Zepeda out of the stretch, delivers. Rodriguez swings and fouls this one over his dugout on the third base side. Over the screen, not playable by any of the Monarchs. It's an 0-1 count. Another pickoff attempt. 0-1 count to Rodriguez. Brandon Brown at first base, aboard by his own single. Zepeda missing this one. The count even 1-1. We're in the top of the third inning. Tied 2-2. West LA Wildcats in town today. Swinging a floater into center field, running back toward it. Making the grab on the run was Brett Marine. And Brandon Brown will have to retreat to first base again. So 0 for 2 now, Danny Rodriguez is.
The right fielder, Jihad Hoffman.
Jihad Hoffman walked in the second inning and then scored the first run of the day. He steps in with 1 on, 1 out. Another pickoff attempt. Looked like it was going way down low, but Jamian handled it cleanly, applied the tag. Pitch looked at and right down the strike zone. Zepeda getting ahead in the count this time. The ball is 1 strike to Hoffman. Swing and a miss. He was digging for that one. An 0-2 count. Just the second one of those of the day for Zepeda on the hill. Batter calls time. Zepeda heading the count with 2 strikes. Working out of the stretch. Delivers. Swinging a drop third strike. The throw over to second base instead of first. I guess they're calling it a foul ball. I'm informed that since there was a runner at first base, the batter's automatically out despite the drop third strike. So a swinging strikeout for Hoffman.
Second baseman Joshua Carrillo.
First strikeout of the day thrown by Zepeda on 3 pitches. This one swung on and driven over to Matt Machuca, who tosses it to first. So that'll strand Brandon Brown, and we head to the bottom of the third inning. Just the first hit of the day. That was Brandon Brown. The first hit of the day for the West LA side. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Monarchs tied 2-2 with the Wildcats.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Monarchs. First base, number 4, Jason Ajamian.
We're back. It's the bottom of the third inning. We're tied 2-2, and Jason Ajamian for the Monarchs stepping in. Second pitch of the day he's seen. The first pitch hit him on the shin, and he headed to first base and was stranded there in the first inning. This one, he dribbles over toward third base. The throw offline, but the first baseman, that's Rodriguez, collected it and did apply the tag. So it'll be a weird looking, but ultimately a 5-3 ground out.
Center fielder, number 6, Brett Marine.
Brett Marine stepping in. He lined into a double play his first appearance. That was in the first inning. Hit it hard. Well, moderately hard, but right to Draper at shortstop, who tossed it over to Landry at third and got Jerry Aguilar on the tag-up rule. Your routine, bases loaded, 6-5 double play. Marine enjoying a 2-0 count. Looks at this one on the inside part of the strike zone. And it's 2-1. Another one looked at. Not swung on. Right down the strike zone. And it's 2-2. Marine swings, chops one over toward the third base dugout. Staying alive in the at-bat. This one tossed way up high, and the count runs full on the sixth pitch. Number 7 coming up to Marine. Payoff pitch, swung on and hit high and foul. It might be hitting the roof here. Let's see. No, it cleared us. I was waiting for that bang on the ceiling. Just a gorgeous day today here in Valley Glen, the neighborhood formerly known as part of Van Nuys. 72 degrees outside, just a calm 2-mile-an-hour wind. They're saying 47% humidity. This one just catching the inside of the strike zone, and Brett Marine goes down looking. Second strikeout of the day by Boyce.
Designated hitter, number 5, Gideon Ellis.
Two up and 2 down in the bottom of the third. We're still tied 2-2. Gideon Ellis, the designated hitter today, stepping in. Pardon the microphone noise there. Ellis takes ball 1. And ball 2, getting well inside. Ellis flied out to center field to end the first inning. This one looked right over the plate, but a bit high, I suppose. And a cozy 3-0 count for Ellis, just like his first time at bat. Also like the first at bat, he takes pitch number 4 for a strike. Took Boyce 8 pitches to retire Ellis in the first. Swings at this one and hits it into the gap in left center field, at least for one base. He's heading over to second. Throw cut off and nothing after that. So Ellis is aboard with a 2-out double. Didn't look too threatening. It just was in that sweet spot in that gap in left center.
Right fielder, number 44, Steven Knetovich.
Two outs, and he gets on to second base. Knezovic. Another 0-1 count for him. He struck out swinging his first time at bat. That was in the top of the second. Next pitch. A little bit inside, just missing the plate toward Knezovic. Swung on and fouled. I don't know how I didn't realize this before, but I gotta watch the video here. I'm looking at my display. Oh, okay. It's just on my end. It looked like looking at the monitor here, it's I guess because it's a webcam, it's giving me a mirror image of everything. So I'm hoping that I've seen a right-handed batter in real life. I look at my screen and he's on the other side. Thankful to know that you viewers at home or wherever you may be weren't watching everybody swing and then run to third base. Meanwhile, Knezovic has a 2-2 count now. Does not bite at that one, and he works the count full. Two, we're tied in the bottom of the third. Gideon Ellis leading off from second base. Knezovic at bat with 2 out, I said. He goes. Ball 4 thrown, and he heads back to second. So Gideon Ellis at second. Knezovic takes first base on the walk, and Giovanni Chaidez coming up for his second time.
Third baseman, number 8, Giovanni Chaidez.
Chaidez singled and scored unearned in the second inning. First run of the day for the Monarchs. Singled, strolled over to second after Matt Machuca walked behind him. And then Klinger singled, ultimately bringing it. Oh, I beg your pardon. Klinger singled. The error by Boyce sent all the base runners home, with Klinger thrown out, trying to make it the third. Chaidez with an 0-1 count. Curveball drops in there beautifully. Boyce gets ahead 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Runner going over to third, sliding in there safely. That, of course, Gideon Ellis. Credit him with the steal. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners. Missing way up high and outside. Katayama keeps it in front of him. And deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. It's 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Driven right up the middle. Carrillo collects it, and Knezovic was sprinting to second base. Those runners tend to go on a 2-strike count with 2 out. Unfortunately, right to the bag, and Carrillo calmly collected it and stepped on the base to end the inning with the fielder's choice. So no further damage. One more hit for the Monarchs, but they leave 2 on once again. That's the 3rd time in a row. Head to the top of the 4th inning. It's 2-2.
Designated hitter Jacob Weiner.
Jacob Weiner, the designated hitter, has a 1-1 count. Two pitch swung on, hitting a foul territory, but within the reach of Jason Ajamian, who grabs it. The Weiner goes 0 for 1. Walked and scored in the 2nd, but fouled out to the first baseman this time.
Center fielder number 8, Desmond Gates.
Gates stepping in for the 2nd time today, swings at his first pitch and drives it deep but foul on the left side. Gates walked and was stranded at second base in the 2nd inning. A 1 count. He takes it on the outside of the strike zone. One of the few lefty batters we're seeing today. This one fouled away again, and it's 1-2. It's a 1-2 pitch coming up out of the windup. This one swung on again and hit hard into deep left field. Running under it, though, was Aguilar. Jerry Aguilar makes the grab, and 2 up, 2 down for West LA in the 4th.
Third baseman, Robert Landry.
You're going to see Robert Landry again. One is the third of 3 consecutive walks in a 4-walk second inning. Actually, the first RBI of the game as he drew the walk and scored Jihad Hoffman. One pitch taken, swung on and missed. It's a 1-2 count to Landry. There's the 2-2 missing inside, dodging it. Count runs full. Another full count to Landry. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Nobody on base. And he walks again. So Landry walks the second time today. Heads over to first base, and the catcher, Colby Katayama, coming up.
Catcher, Colby Katayama.
Katayama grounded into a fielder's choice, scoring a run in his first appearance. That was in the second inning. Hit it over towards shortstop, who were able to get out Robert Landry. I mistakenly said Gates the last time I mentioned that play. But it did score Jacob Weiner to put the West LA Wildcats briefly up by 2 runs. Monarchs, of course, answering in the bottom of the second to tie it up. That's all the scoring we've seen thus far. Now Colby Katayama enjoying a 2-0 count. Pickoff move keeps Landry honest. Here's the 2-0 pitch right down the middle. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 out with 1 runner aboard, and we're tied 2-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. This one swung on and hit over Chaida's head, bouncing into left field. Everybody moves up. Well, all one of them. Single moves Landry to second. Katayama is on board.
Shortstop, Robert Draper.
2 on, 2 out, and Robert Draper steps up. He's 0 for 2 today, grounding out to shortstop and to third base. in reverse chronological order. That was the first and the second innings. Strike one to open up his plate appearance. Zepeda checking the bags. This ground ball right over to Chaidez. A toss to Ajamian is clean and in time to prevent any scoring by West LA. So we head to the bottom of the fourth. Monarchs and Wildcats are tied 2-2. Do want to thank all 10 of you at the moment for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Do us a favor and subscribe if you would. Please share this with your friends, family, rivals who are rooting for West LA, whoever you might think would be interested in this. This is a new venture with LA Valley College Athletics and in partnership with our broadcast department. My name again, Brian Melblom, kind of acting sports information director and liaison between athletics and broadcasts and music here at LA Valley College. Looking to make something big of this, provide opportunities for other students. So you don't have to hear my voice all the time. But, it's spring break, and this is so new. I'm of course, happy to be here. Chime in as well. There's a chat on this thing, so let us know where you're watching, who you're watching for. But thank you all for being with us and for your likes and shares and subscriptions. Bottom of the fourth coming up.
Second baseman, Matt Machuca.
It's the bottom of the fourth inning in Valley Glen. We're tied 2-2. Monarchs and the Wildcats of West LA College. Matt Machuca stepping into the box the second time today. Enjoys a 2-0 count. Machuca walked and scored in the second. Pitch number 4 missing the strike zone and trickling away from Katayama's mitt. Nobody on base, no further harm done. There's a cozy 3-1 pitch right down the middle, maybe on the high side, but in the strike zone, says the plate umpire. This is Dax Vialta, by the way, the home plate umpire. And Matt Machuca looks at strike 3 and goes down quietly.
Catcher, number 15, Owen Klinger.
Owen Klinger stepping in the second time. As again, he singled but was caught being greedy, trying to make it a third base on a throwing error by the pitcher. Klinger swings at this one, fouled toward the screen above the Monarchs dugout on the first base side. He's behind in the count, 1-2. 1-2 pitch gets way inside. Almost, I thought it was going to hit him. He dodged it and count even now, 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, driven towards shortstop. Draper scoops it up, having a little trouble with it, though. And Owen safe at first. Official scoring decision, an error by the shortstop there. He just booted it.
Left fielder number 30, Jerry Aguilar.
Second error of the day committed by the Wildcats. Aguilar stepping in again. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Count even, 1-1. 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. We're still tied 2-2. Owen Klinger heads to second on the, oh my, fly ball. Maybe tough to see in the sun there. It was hit high in the left field, maybe wind picking it up a bit. Brown diving but unable to make the catch. And we'll wait for the scoring decision on that one as Chavez is about to step in.
Shortstop number 3, Owen Chavez.
Given the difficulty of that play and him diving for it, we're going to call that a hit to left field for Aguilar. So he's 2 for 2. That's 2 singles now. So Aguilar's at first. Klinger is up at second, reaching on the error and advanced by Aguilar's single. Omen Chavez is up now. He's 1 for 2, singling in the first and grounding out of the pitcher in the second. 1-1 pitch. Bit of a rundown play here. It looks like Klinger. No, my goodness. Aguilar's in trouble going back and forth. Klinger made it all the way over third base. Draws the throw over toward third, and escaping danger somehow is Jerry Aguilar at second base. Well, thankfully there everyone's safe. I don't know who the heck threw it to who and when, who'd be getting all those assists on that rundown play. So after that madness, we'll just give a stolen base to Aguilar and Klinger. Klinger a bit shaken up on the play. Indeed, just a double steal on that play. Maybe cue the Benny Hill theme song in the background if you're watching a replay. So the count 1-1 after the double steal. 2 runners now in scoring position for the Monarchs, just 1 out. Aguilar moving up to second and Klinger up to third. Wise play by Klinger to draw the throw over toward his direction, saving Aguilar from that pickle he was in. Don't see that every day. Swing and a miss. Chavez falls behind 1 and 2. One-two pitch. Sounded like it hit him. Yeah, he's waving his hands. Heard it just graze the back of Olman Chavez. Maybe a lucky break for West LA as Klinger has to head back to third base. But the bases are loaded with only 1 out.
First baseman, number 4, Jason Jamian.
Second hit batsman of the day. Both of them Monarchs. This time Chavez, the victim of sorts. So Jamian steps in. He was the first batter hit. He then grounded out in the third inning. So 0 for 1. And he looks at strike 1 from Boyce. This one swung on. Hit over to right field. Catch is made. So we'll call it a sac fly to right field, scoring Owen Klinger. And the Monarchs take a 1-run lead. It's 3-2 with 2 out in the bottom of the 4th. Sac fly to right field, Jamian.
Center fielder, number 6, Brett Marine.
Pitch to Brett Marine was way up high. And Chavez steals second easily. Plunked and then stole second. So again, runners at second and third for the Monarch batter. This time Brett Marine, who enjoys a 1-0 count. 0 for 2 today. Swing and a miss, evens the count 1-1. He's lined into that double play in the first and struck out looking last inning. Pitch missing low and away. The throw back toward third base holds Aguilar at the bag, I should say. So 3 runs for the Monarchs, all of them unearned. Boyce not happy to be on the losing side of it at the moment, of course, but none of them hurting his ERA. Deuce is wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 2 on base. The pitch swung on and tipped foul toward the left side. The 9th and 10th hit batsman of Boyce's season. This one swung on, chopped up high into shallow left field. Easily grabbed by Brown, and West LA escapes any further damage. But they do concede their lead, and the Monarchs head to the top of the 5th inning, leading 3-2.
Leading off for West LA, left fielder Brandon Brown.
Top of the fifth inning, we are 90 minutes into this one. West LA batting now trailing 2-3. Monarchs bringing a run across in the bottom of the fourth inning to take the lead for the first time today. Brandon Brown, the left fielder, batting in the 2-hole, swings and drives one over to Chaidez. Chaidez tosses to a Jamian, and he's out, going just 1 for 3 now.
First baseman Danny Rodriguez.
Danny Rodriguez stepping in. He's 0 for 2. Lined out to short in the first, flied out to center in the third. Quick to swing at it again. This one grounded to over in the direction of second base. Another 1-3 ground out. 0 for 3 now for Rodriguez.
Right fielder Jihad Hoffman.
Jihad.
Jihad Hoffman, a right fielder, stepping in. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. He struck out his last appearance. That was the third inning. Swings at the 0-1 pitch, just tipping it foul. And he's behind early, 0-2. Well, Zepeda thought he had him on that third pitch. Once the Monarchs defense already taking a couple of steps toward their dugout. But it was outside of the strike zone, says the umpire. It's a 1-2 count. Next one was swung on and missed. And we'll call it 2-3 on the put out. It was a drop third strike. So another 1-2-3 inning for West LA, just like the top of the first. Halfway through regulation, Monarchs lead 3-2. Bottom of the fifth coming up.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth for the Monarchs. Designated hitter number 5, Gideon Ellis.
We're back in the bottom of the fifth. And that's the end of Boyce's day on the hill for West LA. The new pitcher coming in, number 5, Mario Morales. So Morales comes right in and plunks Gideon Ellis, who heads to first.
Right fielder number 44, Stephen Knezevich.
Knezevich steps in for the third time today. Struck out and then walked in the second and third, respectively. Beg your pardon, is a 2-1 count. Just catching up on all my notes here. Swing and a miss, Ellis. And now caught in a pickle. And looks like he's tagged out. Ellis. Yeah, Knezevich swung and missed. Ellis looking to steal, got caught in a rundown and put out ultimately. So it's a 2-2 count, 1 out as Ellis is erased. Caught stealing. Mario Morales had pitching an 8.59 earned run average. After that hit batsman, he gets a strikeout, 2-3 on the putout.
Third baseman number 8, Giovanni Chides.
Two up, 2 down since the West LA pitching change. Mario Morales, as I was saying, 8.59 ERA, 6 appearances, no starts, still no wins or losses to his name. This would be a save opportunity if he completes it. He's coming in with his team down by 1. Swing and a drive into shallow right field. Making the grab is Giovanni Chides flying out to right. That was Hoffman, Jihad Hoffman catching it, and the Monarchs go down 1-2-3. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Monarchs still up 3-2. We head to the top of the sixth. That bottom of the fifth inning, just the first time this game, the Monarchs haven't left two runners on base. They left two in the first, the second, the third, and the fourth innings. That 1-2-3 inning there in the fifth. Obviously, no base runners stranded there, but they've left 8 so far for 5 by West LA by my numbers. Joshua Carrillo to start things off for the Wildcats in the sixth.
Leading off the sixth inning for West LA, second baseman Joshua Carrillo.
Carrillo 0 for 2, flying out to right field and grounding out to shortstop in the second and the third innings, respectively. Behind on this one, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Tossing is bad. The ground ball over to Chaidez. The throw to Jamie in time, and he's 0 for 3.
Designated hitter Jacob Weiner.
Jacob Weiner walked and scored in the second, fouled out to Jason Ajamian in the fourth. Enjoys a 2-0 count. Looks at the third pitch, go right over the plate. It's 2-1. 2-1 pitch swung on, grounded again over toward Chaidez. Grabs it and throw nicely over to Ajamian. Another 5-3 ground out for your scorekeepers at home. 2 up, 2 down. Desmond Gates, the center fielder, steps in. Walked in the second, flied out to left in the fourth. First pitch missing outside. That's to our left from the camera's perspective. It's starting to hear the wind pick up a little bit. This pitch coming inside, about knee high. Here's another 2-0 pitch. Just missing the top edge of the strike zone. It's a cozy 3-0 count to Gates. Thought it was a 4-pitch walk. He tossed it bad over toward his dugout. And some aircraft overhead. Not sure what the occasion is. Three 3-1 pitch with 2 out. Swung on and missed. Swing and a miss, runs the count full with 2 out. Zepeda delivers. Swung on and hit into center field over a little bit to the right. Running under it is Brett Marine to make the grab. And we'll head to the bottom of the sixth. Another 1-2-3 inning. That's 2 in a row by West LA. 3 in a row if you count the Monarchs in the bottom of the 5th. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still 3-2 Monarchs.
Cleaning out the bottom of the 6th for LA Valley. Second base, number 22, Matt Machuca.
We're in the bottom of the 6th inning here at LA Valley College. About an hour 47 played in this one. Again, bottom of the 6th. Monarchs leading 3-2. Matt Machuca at bat. Playing second base today. Walked and scored in the 2nd. Struck out swinging in the 4th inning. And he gets hit by this one. That's the 2nd hit batsman by Mario Morales. 4th plunked batter of the day for the Monarchs.
Catcher, number 15, Owen Klinger.
Leadoff runner aboard once again for the Monarchs. Klinger crowding the plate, dodging one. Still not called for a strike. So it's 1-0. Klinger looks at the next one. Missing high, and it's a cozy 2-0 count. Machuca leading off from first. Klinger 1 for 2, singling in the 2nd, and then reaching on an error in the 4th. He then scored what was the go-ahead run there in the bottom of the 4th inning off of Jason Ajamian's sacrifice fly to right. He has a nice 3-1 count, and this one just a little bit low. Klinger heads to first for the 3rd time today.
Left fielder, number 30, Jerry Aguilar.
Klinger aboard with the walk, sends Matt Machuca to second base, and Jerry Aguilar awaits his turn at bat. But we'll pause for a moment as Sua Murphy heads out to talk to his pitcher. Some activity in the West LA bullpen. Looked like a reliever actually stepped out of the gate. He wasn't sure if he was getting the call or not. It looks like he is. Well, we'll see. Doesn't appear to be a substitution, or I think it would have been signaled by now. Meeting over. Wind picking up a little bit. 2 on, nobody out. Monarchs leading 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the batting order, Jerry Aguilar at bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This curveball just not dropping enough. Count runs even, 1-1. Missing again. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Missing again, this time on the low side. Aguilar has some wiggle room with the 3 ball, 1 strike count against him. 3-1 pitch. Just catching the outside corner. And Morales fights back for a full count. Payoff pitch, swung on and chopped into shallow center field. It's going to drop, and that will load the bases. Aguilar, perfect on the day. 3 singles and a walk in the first inning.
Shortstop, number 3, Olman Chavez.
Olman Chavez steps up with the bases loaded and nobody out. Morales misses high. One 0 pitch just catches the inside corner of the plate. Chavez 1 for 2 with the hit batsman. Or the batsman swing at this one. Dribbles it towards shortstop. It's going to be a tough throw. They say he's out, just beating him by about a half a step. We'll ground him out to shortstop, but he gets an RBI as the Monarchs extend their lead to 2 runs. It's 4-2. Coach Dave Malice arguing his case from the head coach, also the third base coach when the Monarchs are on the field. Pretty common here at the junior college level. Disputing the field umpire's perspective. It was a really close play, I will say that.
First baseman, number 4, Jason Ajamian.
Lucky break for West LA, but still a run score. This first pitch to a Jamian down in the dirt-colored turf. So that's ball one and run 5 as Owen Klinger scampers home. Wild pitch bringing home Klinger. So now the only runner is on third base. That's Jerry Aguilar. And another hit batsman. Jamian gets plunked for the second time today, one from each pitcher. There's no favoritism there, I suppose. And I think that's going to be the end of the day for Matt Morales, and indeed it is. Murphy, Sua, I think I might have said his names in the reverse order. My apologies. Pulling Morales out. So we'll have another pitching change. I'll get caught up on my notes here. We'll be back in a moment. But with one out in the bottom of the 6th inning, Monarchs have put another couple of runs across, and they enjoy a 5-2 lead. Back in just a moment. We're going to see Alex Novella now. Mario Morales just wasn't his day. And I beg your pardon, I said something about it being a save opportunity for him. That was obviously not the case, as the Monarchs were in the lead, not West LA when he entered. Just whoever said baseball is boring never tried to keep stats for it. Anyhow, Alex Novella steps in. The third pitcher of the day for West LA. Now Brett Marine steps up, and he gets hit. All three West LA pitchers plunking a Monarch. That's back-to-back hit batsmen. Now the West LA head coach having a word with the plate umpire. So Novella came right in and plunked to the bases loaded. Brett Marine at first, Jason Najamian at second, and Jerry Aguilar at third base. Najamian and Aguilar, the responsibility of the outgoing pitcher Morales.
Designated hitter Gideon Ellis.
Bases loaded, one out. Monarchs leading by 3. Gideon Ellis steps in for his 4th time. He was hit by Morales last inning. first batter faced by each of the relievers has been plunked, beamed, bonked, whatever you want to call it. What are some other slangs for hit batsmen? I've got to write out my baseball thesaurus. Getting some help from the booth on this one. Pegged, that's a good one. There's a 2-0 pitch looked at and sailing through the strike zone to make it a 2-1 count. Ellis 1 for 2, plus that hit batsman situation and then being caught stealing. Swings at this one, nicking it foul. Count even 2-2. Really hearing that wind pick up. Bases loaded. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and over everybody's head in the infield. That'll score at least a run. It looks like it's shallow enough that that'll be it. But an RBI single by Ellis puts the Monarchs up 6-2. Jerry Aguilar coming home safely on that one. His run, of course, credited to Mario Morales. Three runs across so far this inning for the Monarchs. Bases remain loaded. Ellis on first, Marine on second, Jamian on third. Both runners in scoring position, reaching base by taking one for the team. The second one for the team in Jason Jamian's case. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed down low. Knezovic struck out twice today already and then walked in between those plate appearances. It was the second, the third, and the fifth. One out, and here's the 0-2. He takes it away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 to Knezovic. Swung on and missed down low. Applying the tag was Katayama. That's the third strikeout of the day, all swinging for Knezovic.
Third baseman, number 8, Giovanni Chaide.
So the Monarchs will bat around. Giovanni Chaide is the 9th batter, batting in the 7th position. We're at 8-9-1 to lead off this inning, and we've come all the way around. Matt Machuca, the leadoff batter this inning, now in the on-deck circle. Chaidez took strike 1. Novella checking the runners on all the bags. Chaidez swings at this one. It's going to drop into the gap in right center field for another 2 runs to score. Chaidez safe at first. Ellis comes around to third base and scoring were Jason Jamian and Brett Marine. So that will close the books on Morales with the Jamian's run. Now everything you see on offense at this point is Alex Novella's responsibility.
Second baseman, number 22, Matt Machuca.
Still in the 6th inning. It's the second time this inning we've seen Matt Machuca step in. Hit by the first pitch and scoring, obviously. One the count to Machuca. hit by a pitch and scored this inning. Struck out swinging in the fourth. Walked and scored in the second. 2 runs to his name today. Swings on this one. Hits it deep toward the wall, and it is gone. Matt Machuca, surprising everyone. Outfield was shifted over to the right. Floats this one over the left field wall. And it's 11-2 Monarchs. Well, everything going the Monarchs' way today. This inning especially, 8 runs across. Klinger chops this one just over the foul or the baseline into foul territory on the third base side. 0-1. Klinger scored twice. Oh, 1 to Klinger, misses down low, and the count runs even. Things looking good after Thursday's game against West LA. Just slipped away from the Monarchs, conceding it 15-12 at the Wildcats' home field. These two teams will meet again 2:30 on Tuesday back down at West LA. 1-1 pitch high and away to Klinger. He gets ahead. 2 balls and 1 strike. Base is empty. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Count even 2-2 with 2 out. Eight runs on just 3 hits this inning. This one swung on and missed. Finally, West LA get out of this one. But not before 8 Monarchs come across home plate safely. We head to the top of the 7th. It's 11-2 Monarchs. We're in the top of the 7th inning. It's 11-2 Monarchs over West LA Wildcats. Sebastian Despay, the starting pitcher, still on the hill for the Monarchs, facing Robert Landry for the third time. He's walked in both plate appearances thus far. His first one in the second inning, crediting him for a run batted in, run walked in somewhat, but counts as an RBI. That was the first run of the game. But West LA have been relatively quiet ever since then. Only 2 runs coming in the second inning. Three-one pitch swung on and tipped foul over everyone's head toward the backstop. And the count runs full. Payoff pitch missing, everything just getting a little glove on it. It was Owen Klinger, but it doesn't matter. It's ball 4. So Landry, for the third time today, draws a walk on a full count. He's at first base safely. Colby Katayama, the catcher, coming up. Katayama's ground ball fielder's choice resulted in the West LA Wildcats' second run in the second inning. He then singled in the fourth, but was stranded. Wildcats have gone 1, 2, 3 in their last 2 innings. Oh, one pitch missing outside, and Klinger tossed it over to a Jamian at first base to hold the base runner, Robert Landry. So it's 1-1, one out, one on base, nobody out. Runner goes swinging a foul ball high over the West LA dugout on the third base side. Landry will have to go back to first. But Katayama behind in the count, 1-2. One-two pitch down low. Klinger keeps it in front of him. Katayama hangs in there and count now even 2-2. There's the 2-2 from Zepeda. Swung on, fouled again. Over the third base side screen. There's another 2-2, or thought it was going to be. There's another pickoff move. Zepeda really sudden with his deliveries to first base. Disciplined about it, though. Has not been called for a balk today. Or all season, for that matter. Line drive to left of the infield. I say right to shortstop. Chavez tosses it over to a Jamie to complete the double play as Landry was taken off for second base, and he pays for it. We go back to the top of the order. It looks like we have a pinch hitter coming in.
Pinch hitter number 50, Julian Huerta.
Another line drive to shortstop, resulting in a double play. And we have a pinch hitter hitting in place of Robert Draper, who was 0 for 3 today. Is number 50, Julian Huerta. Huerta takes the first pitch for a strike. Huerta batting .254 on the season. With 67 at-bats, he has 17 hits, including a double. 9 runs scored. Just 5 RBIs there. .269 slugging, .296 on-base percentage. Struck out 17 times. So we'll see what happens to Draper, the shortstop, who he's hitting for. 3-1 pitch taken down low for a strike, and the count runs full with 2 outs. Swinging a ground ball to short. Chavez grabs it. The throw to Jamian, clean and in time, and we head to the 7th inning stretch. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Monarchs still leading 11-2.
Leading off for the Monarchs, left fielder number 30, Jerry Aguilar.
Some changes. Remaining in the game is Julian Huerta. He's playing shortstop in place of Draper. And a new pitcher also for West LA. We're seeing Alejandro Ramirez on the rubber. Ramirez, this is his 5th appearance. No wins, no losses to his name. This one swung on and hit along the first base line into dangerous area. Rounding first, heading for second. The throw will hold him there, but in with a stand-up leadoff double is Jerry Aguilar, who is perfect on the day. 4 hits and a walk. This one, a stand-up double, as I mentioned.
Number 3, Omen Chavez.
Lead off double for Aguilar. Puts another Monarch player in scoring position. As I was saying, Ramirez, 7.94 ERA, no starts, 4 appearances, this one being his 5th, just 5.2 inning pitch. 5 runs allowed, all of them earned, 5 walks and 6 hits against. And that's a 16 batting average against. Chavez swings at this one, pops it up into shallow right field, running up to it, but the grab was Hoffman. We'll see what the scoring decision is there. Official word is E9 on that. It's running under it, but it did tip his glove. Wasn't so far that he had to lay out for it and dive to try to make the grab. Aguilar doesn't advance, though. I believe he, with the double, I believe his run would still be earned since the error didn't result in him advancing. Speaking of him advancing, though, this wild pitch results in both batters runners moving up. Aguilar to third, Chavez to second. Two-0, the count to a Jamian. Swings at this one, belts into left field, and goodbye to that one. But it's foul. So Brown, the left fielder, slowing his pace. Should have known by the relative quiet among the ballpark. Tough to see through the screens, as you can see. Not the most photogenic or photographer, videographer friendly parks, I should say. You should see what I'm working with. A great facility, don't get me wrong. It's just I wanted to call another home run, man. In any case, it's 3-1 for Jamian. Swings at this one and fouls back. A little late on the swing there, and the count runs full. And yet again, third time of the day, a Jamian gets plunked. Take a hot bath after this one. You've earned it, Jason. So the base is loaded again for the Monarchs. Got the wrong mic on. I knew that was going to happen at least once today. Hot mic. Juggling PA and broadcast. I'm amazed that's only happened once. Swinging a foul ball. 1-2 count to Marine. Jamie on first, Chavez at second, Aguilar at third. 1-2 pitch comes way inside. Moving left to right was Katayama to keep it in front of him. Count even 2-2. Swing and a high foul ball, clearing the screen on the third base side. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, hit in play out towards center field. Backing up, making the grab was Gates. But one run is going to score on the sacrifice. The throw over to second. Tag was not applied. No force out, of course. Gates gets the grab and the throw made cleanly. But everybody advances on the sac fly to center, and that'll bring up Gideon Ellis.
Designated hitter number 5, Gideon Ellis.
Excuse me. Gideon Ellis stepping in. His 5th plate appearance. Singled and scored. Also driving in a run last inning when the Monarchs batted around. That would be an earned run. Jerry Aguilar doubling. Chavez behind him reached on error, but as it was a high foul ball, or fly ball, I should say, Aguilar was not trying to advance, holding on to tag up. So that error did not result in Aguilar advancing. As such, it's an earned run. Runners at second and third. Swing and a hit through the gap in left side of the infield, I should say. That'll bring home Olman Chavez. 2 runs across. Monarchs lead 13-2 here in the bottom of the 7th.
Batting number 20, Alex Saavedra.
Also, in juggling all this, neglected to mention, coming in last inning, actually, in right field was Alex Saavedra. He's batting now in place of Steven Knezevich. Knezevich 0 for 3, all strikeouts. Walk, he was left stranded on base. Not the best day there. This was the first seeing of Alex Saavedra. Enjoying a nice 3-0 count. If I could get you his info before his plate appearance is over, that'd be nice. Batting .231, 12 hits, 2 doubles in 52 at-bats. 8 RBIs, and he's scored 5 times himself. Slugging .269, .328 on-base percentage. In the field, however, Knezevich was a perfect fielding percentage. Saavedra, 958, just one error on the season. And he heads to first with a walk. Now Murphy Sua heading over. Looks like to make another pitching change. Saavedra aboard with a walk, and that's going to be the end of the day for, Alejandro Ramirez, just recording one out and allowing 2 runs in. We'll be back in a moment. We're going to see Braden Williams pitching for West LA now, wearing number 18. 5th pitcher of the day for the Wildcats. Braden Williams, a 10.97 ERA in 8 appearances. 1 win, 1 loss to his name. No starts. 10.2 innings pitched. Struck out 6, walked 13. He's got a 229 batting average against. 4 hit batsmen. 48 hit batsmen by all the West LA pitchers coming into today. And yet again, a West LA pitcher comes in and pegs the first batter he sees, this time resulting in a run scored. This time, Giovanni Chaidez getting plunked the first time today.
Second base, number 22, Matt Machuca.
That run bonked in, makes it 14-2 Monarchs. Chaidez at first, Saavedra at second, his first time on bases today, and Gideon Ellis over at third base. 2-0 the count to Matt Machuca, who homered and scored twice last inning. There's a wild pitch down in the dirt-colored turf, and everybody moves up another 90 feet, including Gideon Ellis coming home for his second time today. It is 15-2 Monarchs. It's the 4th wild pitch of the season for Braden Williams. And his 3rd hit batsman so far. Here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed. Matt Machuca now with a full count. And ball 4 will send Machuca over to first. Loading the bases yet again. That's going to be on the day for Klinger, though. We've got another substitution.
Pinch hitter number 19, Chris Minnick.
Let's go, Minnie.
So Chris Minnick coming in for the Monarchs, replacing Owen Klinger. I think when the game is seemingly so far out of reach, both teams have a little leeway to play some of their bench players and just get some other people a little more opportunities. But Chris Minnick, 2 hits and his 20 at bats. That's a 100 batting average, 150 slugging, 174 on base. Started 1 game this year. He's scored 3 times. That's 2 RBIs. 5 strikeouts as well in that. Is a comfortable 3-1 count. And he walks. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Saavedra comes home. It's 16-2.
Jerry Aguilar.
Back-to-back walks after a hit batsman. Monarchs bat around for the 2nd consecutive inning. I'm going to need another score sheet. Just condense this one here. Have space for 10 innings. I've already carried over 1. That was the 6th inning. One and 2 the count to Aguilar. He's scored twice. Once this inning already, his the leadoff double ended up coming home. Fouls this one away to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the base is loaded. 16-2 Monarchs on 12 hits. Swinging, this one's in play, hit up really high into shallow right center, running under it. This will be a sacrifice fly. Gates making the grab, coming into shallow center field. Aguilar gets another RBI. That'll bring up Olman Chavez.
Shortstop number 3, Olman Chavez.
Chavez looks at strike 1. Up high. Singled in the first, grounded out in the second. Hit by a pitch in the 4th. And grounded out, but got an RBI. This time he floats one into right field for a hit. 17-2 Monarchs.
First base, number 4, Jason Jamian.
So Chida has scored. Bases loaded again. Swing and a drive to left field. It looks like it's going to be caught right at the warning track. And finally, West LA get out of this one after letting 6 runs score following an 8-run sixth. We head to the top of the 8th inning. It's 17-2 LA Valley College. Couple of changes. It's the pitching catching duo for the Monarchs. Now on the hill, Tate Meyer. He'll be throwing to Connor Kelly. Chris Minnick just got a pinch hitting appearance. Connor Kelly in the catch. 0-2 the count now. Brandon Brown. One-two pitch misses well away. Count even 2-2. Brandon Brown 1 for 3 today. Grounded out in the first, singled in the third. Looks like he grounded out to third right now, and yes, he did. That's his second time doing that. It was a close one, but he is out. That'll bring up Daniel Rodriguez.
First baseman Danny Rodriguez. Beg your pardon, now batting number 45, Shea Cardenas.
Pinch hitter Shane Cardenas for West LA. Fouled off the first pitch, swung at this one and missed. 0 for 2, 0-2, I should say. Batting 100 on the season. 3 hits in 30 at bats. Also scored 3 times and drove in 3 runs. One of them a double. So 133 the slug percentage. .243 on base for him as well. 1 sac fly. The 1-2 swung on and tipped foul. Didn't make it away from the batter's boxes. Corner Kelly collects it. Send it back over to Tate Meyer. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Monarchs leading this one 17-2 in the top of the 8th inning. Swing, and this one put in play underneath the glove of Jason Ajamian. Coming in toward the second baseman's territory, but either way, he's out. That's 2 up and 2 down. 29 pinch hitting, that is. Let's see here, Nolan Braga.
Pitch hitter number 29, Nolan Braga.
Everyone gets a chance to play today now that there's a 15-run deficit. As I'm catching up on my notes, another ground out to third base. Chaidez to Ajamian. And they go down quietly again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive 3-batter, 3-out innings for West LA. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. Monarchs up by 15 runs. It's 17-2.
Leading off for the Monarchs, center fielder Brett Marine.
We're back. Brett Marine's up to bat, and he's facing a new pitcher for West LA. Yet another one. Stepping in is Jordan Carter, wearing number 26. Remaining in the game were those pinch hitters, Braga at first and Cardenas in right field. Jordan Carter, ERA of 18.9. In 3 appearances, no wins, no losses, no starts. 3.1 innings pitched in those 10 outs recorded. Allowed 9 runs, 7 of them earned, walked 10 batters, allowed 2 hits, so only a 182 batting average against. Apparently just having trouble finding the strike zone. 3 wild pitches and 1 hit batsman on top of that. 1 sac fly against. And he faces a full count and gets him swinging. There goes Brett Marine.
Designated hitter number 5, Gideon Ellis.
So finally, a West LA reliever doesn't peg the first batter they face. Although I guess Jerry Aguilar wasn't hit, but took one deep for a stand-up double to lead off the bottom of the long 7th inning. So here comes Ellis for the 6th time today. 3 hits. He was hit by a pitch and caught stealing after that. After flying out in the first, he's scored twice. Last 2 innings, he's come all the way around. It's a 1-1 count. Swung on and floated into shallow center field. Running under it, making the grab was Gates. And Ellis goes down, and 2 up, 2 down so far for the Monarchs.
Right fielder number 20, Alex Saavedra.
Alex Saavedra walked and scored after coming into the game last inning. Replacing Knezovic in right field, and then coming up to bat. Takes ball 1. Swings and tips it. Either way, it's a strike. Count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carter missing away from Saavedra. Alec gets ahead 2-1. Swan hit really high, but foul directly back behind the catcher. Clearing all the grandstands and making its way toward the parking lot adjacent to Burbank Boulevard. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Saavedra takes the 2-2 pitch way up high. 86 miles an hour. That pitch just not where it needed to be. Count runs full. Payoff pitch. Got him on the outside corner to go 1, 2, 3. Haven't seen a lot of that for the Monarchs, at least. So we head to the top of the 9th. West LA have 3 outs to score 15 runs, or this one's over. Back in a minute. Just about to resume play here in the top of the 9th inning. Sage del Castillo taking the mound for the Monarchs to close things out.
Leading off the top of the 9th for West LA, number 10, Ryan Siebert.
New hitter in the lineup for West LA, Ryan Siebert, batting. Facing a new pitcher for the Monarchs, Sage del Castillo. First pitch missed everything. Second pitch, the swing missed everything. So we're even 1-1. Another one down low. Sage losing his cap on the delivery. Against the top of the 9th inning, Monarchs leading this one over the West LA Wildcats 17-2 at the moment. The Wildcats mustering just 2 hits and committing 3 errors on defense. This one swung, hit up 400 feet in the air. Coming down just on the edge of fair and foul territory was Jason and Jamie in to make the grab. We'll just call it a fly out. F3 on your scorecards at home or wherever you may be watching and listening. Jacob Weiner, the designated hitter, coming back.
Designated hitter Jacob Weiner.
Weiner's up for the 4th time today. Oh for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Most recently grounding out to third base. Swinging at this one, ripping it over the shortstop's head. Chavez jumps but just could not grab it. Goes all the way back to the wall right in front of the scoreboard. And Weiner's on board with a double, stand-up double. Desmond Gates stepping in.
Center fielder Desmond Gates.
Gates 0 for 2 with a walk. The end of the 1-2-3 inning in the sixth, his last time up. For that, he flied out to left field in the fourth. He walked in the second, was stranded at second. In the second inning, was stranded at second base. First pitch missed, and it's a 1-0 count. This one down low. 2 balls, no strikes. This, I believe, the first pitching appearance we're seeing for Sage Del Castillo. I have no stats on him. My mistake, this printout just simply says Sage Del. I was looking for Del Castillo. You think that'd be easy to see on a score sheet, a stat sheet, I should say. 9.58 ERA in 9 appearances, 1 start. No wins or losses to his name or saves. That's 10.1 innings pitched. 15 hits, 11 runs, all of them earned. 8 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 double against. Add 1 walk to him there. 349 batting average against.
This is Tovar. We're in number 35. Tovar, we're in 35.
Pinch hitter number 35, Juan Tovar.
That's Juan Tovar stepping in, normally wearing number 28. He's got number 35 on his back today. Tovar only played in 3 games. This just his second at bat. Hold that thought. That doesn't include plate appearances. But yeah, he's just a ground out or a fly out, apparently. Played in 3 games. This just his first or second at bat, I believe. Nothing batting average, on base, or slugging listed anywhere. There's a strike against him so far. Swing and a foul ball over the right side. 0-2 the count. Still 17-2 LA Valley over West LA. Top of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss. Tovar goes down swinging. And another pinch hitter, Darby Sexton, in to hit. Darby's batting .240. Slugging .320, .356 on base percentage. Started 13 games, played in 16. There's 50 at bats, has 12 hits, 4 of them for doubles. This one put into play. High, but over around shallow right field, and making the grab was Matt Machuca, and this ball game is over. Monarchs win 17-2.
Two runs on 3 hits with 3 errors. For LA Valley, 17 runs on 13 hits with no errors. 3 hours and 7 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you all for coming out to this afternoon's ball game. We hope to see you back here on Friday, April 12th, as the Monarchs take on Santa Barbara City College. Once again, Friday, April 12th, week from today. Next week, Friday, I should say, April 12th, 2:30, Monarchs and Santa Barbara City College. And we ask you to depart the ballpark. Make sure you've gathered all your personal belongings. Be kind and courteous to your neighbors and drive home or to wherever your next destination is safely. From all of us at Los Angeles Valley College Athletics, this is Brian Melblom. Hey, have a great weekend, everyone.
Okay, it's at West. Yeah, the whole thing was wrong. Yeah, it's at West.
Well, there you have it. 2 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors was all that they wrote for West LA. The Monarchs, with much fanfare, 17 runs, 13 hits, and perfect on defense. No errors committed. What a day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us here. I see about a dozen viewers still lingering. Please give us a like and a subscription. Click that subscribe button and share this page with everyone you know. LA Valley College looking to make something big with this YouTube channel as part of a bigger broadcast initiative, connecting our athletics department with broadcast, creating these broadcast opportunities for students who want to work in sports. Maybe getting this on our radio station, KVCM, in the long run. But for now, just got this YouTube channel up and running, and it's be great for content to highlight our student athletes and, as I mentioned, giving opportunities to the broadcast department. Got some big ideas, but for now, just help spread the word. Please give us a like and subscribe, share it with your friends, family, fans of rival teams, all of that. For now, this is Brian Melblom signing off. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.